Have you ever felt caught, in that relentless modern chase for success? The whole rat race thing, chasing the fancy car, the big job title, the high salary.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's almost like society just tells us constantly that more is better, that those external things define who we are.
Right.
But what if the real key to being genuinely fulfilled wasn't about getting more, but actually about, well, learning to let things go? Intelligently, I mean.
That's such a great question, and it really hits the nail on the head for our deep dive today. We're stepping into Robin Sharma's book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. It came out back in 1997, hugely impactful self-help fable.
A fable, right?
Yeah.
Not just a straightforward story.
Exactly. It's designed like a parable, really, meant to distill some pretty profound life lessons, but in a way that's, accessible, relatable.
And the central character is Julian Mantle. You have to picture this guy. Top lawyer, super high profile, got the designer suits, the awards, everything. And of course, that famous Ferrari parked right outside his huge house.
He seemingly had it all, by conventional standards anyway.
Totally. Until, bam,
Yeah.
a massive heart attack right in the middle of court. And that just forced him to stop, to completely rethink his whole life.
And his response was pretty radical.
Oh, totally. He sold everything, the mansion, the suits, even the Ferrari. And then he just takes off. Goes on this solo journey to India, searching for, well, something deeper, something more meaningful than the life he'd been chasing so hard.
And that's our mission today, really. To unpack the wisdom Julian finds on that journey, we're going to explore these 7 timeless virtues of enlightened living that the book lays out through his transformation.
Okay.
And we'll see how they kind of blend this ancient Indian philosophy with practical advice, stuff you can actually use, all aimed at helping you find more balance, purpose, and, ultimately more happiness in your life, wherever you are right now.
Okay, so let's really get into Julian Mantle's journey then. It's such a powerful starting point, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Because even if you're not some high-flying lawyer, that feeling, that burnout, that sense of outward success, hiding this inner void, that's something a lot of us can probably relate to.
Oh, definitely. His decision, just dropping everything to chase something intangible, it feels like a fantasy many people have had.
Right, and the way the book delivers the lessons is pretty clever, too.
It really is. Because it's not like some dry textbook, right? It unfolds through these conversations. Julian comes back, all transformed and enlightened, and he talks with his old friend and colleague, John.
So it's like learning through dialogue.
Exactly. That parable format is key. It takes this sometimes complex Eastern wisdom and makes it digestible through, well, a familiar Western perspective. You see Julian's struggles, his breakthroughs. It makes abstract ideas feel real.
You feel like you're on the journey with him.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That mix of story and actionable steps is what gives it such lasting power, I think.
So the real meat of it, the core of this deep dive, has to be these 7 timeless virtues of enlightened living. It feels like Julian basically gets handed a blueprint, doesn't it? Like an ancient guide for modern times.
That's a great way to put it. A blueprint for redesigning your life.
Let's dive into them one by one. Look at the key ideas and maybe how Julian himself grappled with them.
Okay, that's good. Where should we start?
First one up, and I think this is foundational. Master your mind. The idea that your thoughts literally create your reality. That's huge.
It really is. And it goes beyond just think positive.
Yeah, it's not just affirmations. It's about active mental discipline.
Right. The book gets into specific techniques. Like Julian learned something called the heart of the rose technique from these sages of Savannah he meets.
Okay, what's that involve?
Well, it's basically a focus exercise. He has to stare intently at the center of a rose, just focus completely on that one thing, and push out all other distracting thoughts.
Like meditation, but very specific.
Exactly. It's a tangible practice to build that mental muscle, to learn sustained focus, even when your mind wants to wander. It shows you a concrete way to sort of reclaim control from all the noise.
Okay, so once he starts quieting that mental chatter, mastering his mind, I guess that opens up space for clarity, right? To figure out what really matters.
That's the idea. It leads naturally into the second virtue, follow your purpose.
Which isn't just setting any old goals, is it?
No, it's deeper than that. It's about finding your life's true mission, your why, and then lining everything up with that.
How does he find that, though? Does it just hit him?
Not quite. It's more through introspection and crucially through committing to this idea that small daily acts lead to big transformations.
Ah, that phrase again.
Yeah, it's central. The book talks about a 5-step method. Visualize your goal, really feel it, expect success, commit fully, and then, this is key, take small actions every single day.
So it's not about waiting for some grand revelation.
Exactly. If your purpose is, say, to be more compassionate, it's making small, kind choices consistently. That builds the momentum. That makes the purpose real.
That consistency,
Yeah.
that focus on small steps, leads perfectly into virtue number 3, practice Kaizen. Now, Kaizen, people might know that from, like, business jargon, right? Continuous improvement.
Yeah, often linked to Japanese manufacturing and efficiency.
So how does Sharma adapt it here for personal growth? What does it mean to keep stepping out of your comfort zone, but, like, gently, continuously?
He adapts it really powerfully. It's not about huge, stressful upheavals. It's about committing to tiny improvements every day. Think about Julian.
Right.
He had to learn to just add maybe 5 extra minutes to his mindful breathing. Or consciously choose a better response when his old aggressive lawyer habits kicked in.
Small shifts.
Tiny, consistent shifts. They seem small, but they compound over time into massive changes in who you are and how you live. It's this gentle but relentless push towards getting better. Self-mastery.
Which brings us nicely to a virtue that sometimes feels, I don't know, a bit intimidating. Live with discipline.
Yeah, it can sound restrictive, can't it?
Totally. But the book flips that. It says self-control is actually the key to happiness, not some kind of punishment. It talks about routines, waking up early, managing time wisely. How does it make discipline feel like, well, freedom?
That's the interesting twist. It redefines discipline. It's not about depriving yourself. It's about deliberate self-mastery, intentional choices.
Okay.
Like, Julian learns the ancient rule of 75. If you commit to something new, stick with it for 75 days straight before you even think about quitting.
Wow, 75 days. That builds a habit.
Exactly. It rewires your brain. And routines like his ritual of solitude, getting up early for quiet reflection and planning, they aren't meant to be rigid prisons. They create the structure needed for meaningful action.
Stops you feeling overwhelmed.
Precisely. It helps you focus your energy where it counts instead of just reacting to everything all day long, being intentional with your life force.
That idea of intentionality feels really linked to the next one. Respect your time.
Absolutely.
The book really emphasizes this. Time is the one thing you can't get back. It's non-renewable. So prioritize what genuinely matters, instead of just chasing money or getting lost in distractions.
And Julian's old life was the perfect example of time wasted, wasn't it? Constantly reacting, always busy, but maybe not on the right things.
Right. So how does respecting time look in practice, according to the book?
It's about moving beyond just basic to-do lists. It introduces the art of prioritization, which means constantly asking yourself, does this activity align with my core purpose? Does it move me towards what truly matters?
So it's filtering everything through your purpose.
Exactly. It's about making conscious choices about how you spend your limited hours, aligning your moments with your values, not just responding to emails or external demands. It's actually quite a radical way to live in our hyper-busy world.
From focusing inward on our mind and time, the book then shifts outward, which I like, to selflessly serve others.
A crucial shift.
This idea that real deep happiness doesn't just come from self-improvement, but from contribution, from kindness, compassion, helping people, looking beyond yourself.
And what's really key here is how serving others actually feeds your own well-being, something Julian, in his old self-absorbed life, probably wouldn't have understood at all.
Right, it seems counterintuitive at first.
It does, but it shifts your focus away from just me towards community connection. The book suggests simple things like the ritual of kindness, doing one small, selfless act each day.
Doesn't have to be huge gestures.
Not at all. Just consistent contribution. It creates this positive feedback loop, this virtuous cycle. It shows that fulfillment often blooms when you invest in others' happiness. It's a great antidote to feeling isolated or like your life lacks meaning.
And that leads us to the final virtue, number 7. And this one feels so relevant today. Embrace the present.
Oh, definitely. Maybe more than ever.
It's not just some vague be here now idea, is it? It's about really living in the now, stopping the endless loop of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. That just steals today's joy.
You nailed it. Think about Julian the lawyer. His mind was probably always rehashing past cases or stressing about future ones. Anywhere but the present.
So how does he learn to embrace the now?
The book talks about the savana practice of consciously savoring simple moments, like really tasting a piece of fruit, feeling the sun on your skin, noticing the beauty of a sunrise.
Bringing mindfulness to everyday things.
Exactly. These become small, radical acts of reclaiming your attention and energy from mental time travel. It's not about ignoring the future or forgetting the past, but about grounding yourself firmly in what is right now. That's where peace is found, and it's also where effective action starts.
Okay, so we've unpacked these 7 virtues. What does it all mean for someone listening? I mean, this isn't just interesting theory, right? The monk who sold his Ferrari is super practical.
Absolutely. It's packed with actionable steps.
So who is this really for? Who gets the most out of this wisdom?
That's a great question because its appeal is incredibly broad. For, say, students or young adults, it offers brilliant lessons on focus, discipline, clarifying your purpose before you feel lost. That's invaluable.
Okay. What about people mid-career?
For working professionals, it's a fantastic guide for balancing that drive, that ambition, with actual peace of mind. It's a powerful reminder that success without happiness, well, it's empty. Julian learned that the hard way.
Right.
If you're already into self-improvement, you'll find loads of concrete tools for their early rising rituals, specific meditation techniques, journaling prompts. It's all in there.
And people feeling stuck, maybe burnout.
Definitely. For anyone hitting a midlife crisis or just feeling burned out, Julian's journey is so relatable. Seeing him go from that frantic lawyer to this serene monk, it offers a really inspiring path.
Yeah.
And honestly, for anyone feeling overworked, stressed out, pulled in too many directions, it's just a gentle, clear call to slow down, simplify, find joy again in the everyday.
That really covers a lot of ground. You can see the benefits clearly. Getting clear on your purpose, managing your time better, finding inner peace, achieving a more lasting happiness by looking inward.
And that commitment to continuous growth through Kaizen. Yeah.
It does genuinely blend that ancient Indian wisdom with modern productivity ideas in a way that feels really unique and easy to grasp.
Agreed. It hits a sweet spot.
Now, the book is massively popular. Millions love it. But are there any common criticisms, anything listeners should maybe keep in mind?
That's fair to ask. Like any bestseller, it does get some critique. Some people find the narrative style maybe a bit simplistic, or that the lessons get repeated quite a bit.
Okay.
And others, maybe if they go in expecting a complex literary novel, might find it feels more like a guidebook wrapped in a story.
Which isn't necessarily bad, depending on what you want.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that's key. It's more about managing expectations.
Yeah.
Sharma designed it as a practical fable. Its purpose is to deliver actionable wisdom clearly. So that directness, that simplicity, you could argue that's actually its greatest strength for the people it's intended for.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not trying to be something it's not. It knows what it is.
Right.
So, wrapping up, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. It really isn't just another book you read and forget. It feels more like a wake-up call.
A gentle nudge, yeah. Or maybe a firm one for some.
Yeah. It's this powerful reminder that life isn't really about collecting the expensive toys or just climbing the career ladder, especially if those things cost you your health, your peace, your sense of purpose.
Absolutely. In the end, the core message is crystal clear. Real fulfillment, deep satisfaction. It doesn't come from outside. It's not about external validation.
It's an inside job.
It's an inside job. It's cultivated through finding balance, through inner peace, and through having that strong sense of purpose guiding you. It really encourages you to shift focus away from chasing what the world says you should want, towards finding your own internal harmony, making your life meaningful to you.
So as you, our listener, think about Julian Mantle's journey and these virtues we've discussed, here's a thought to maybe chew on. What Ferrari, metaphorical or maybe even literal, what Ferrari might you be clinging to right now? What might be subtly holding you back from really embracing more purpose, peace, and balance in your own life?
Or maybe more practically, thinking about those 7 virtues. Is there one small daily act from one of them that resonates? Something you could commit to starting maybe even today to begin your own little transformation?
Yeah.
I really encourage you to just reflect on these ideas, see how they might fit, how they might help you tweak your own daily life, making more space for what truly nourishes you.